We're back. We're talking the broken bracelets. We're talking Liv and Dom. We're talking Uncle Howdy. And the yeet is upon us. Hit the music.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
We're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance, and we're here with the WWE Raw review, and I'm here with pretty, deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Click, clack. Yeah. The yeet is upon us. What's up, Jesse? How you doing today?
Just dandy. Just trying to live the dream, and nightmares are dreams, too. I'm ready to yeet all over the place.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So we're talking WWE Raw, which was a action-packed, controversial episode. I guess a lot of stuff going on, as I say, every time in the WWE universe. Then, now, here, forever, together.
I don't think everyone was together on this. They had a lot of big changes that starting off.
Yeah.
A lot of split feelings. I'm ready to watch it play out and see what happens. Like that's what we do with everything. But
yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about Joe Tessitore. What you think about Joe Tessitore?
Huh? He looked nervous as hell.
Okay.
It was interesting to see Wade Barrett come out and now Joe Tessitore to come in, and you could just kind of tell it was sort of a different feel. When he did sports play-by-play, he was up in his own booth, kind of probably he isn't in the middle of the pack. You know what I mean? Because for a wrestling commentator, you're at the announce table right next to the ring with the whole atmosphere there.
Yeah, you're part of the show. Even though you're commentating, you're part of the show for sure.
And I thought some of his stuff might have fell a little bit flat, but there was a couple parts that he really drove home the emotion of stuff. So I think he's going to work out. I think people are afraid of change, and Michael Cole's been the face of Raw for how long now?
And the voice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and everybody misses Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. That's the dream team of commentating nowadays, right? So
yeah, and it makes a lot of sense because Cole's moving to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So Pat McAfee would be on SmackDown, and he's got the College Game Day. So that makes sense now why he can't do both at the same time.
Okay.
A lot of people were wondering why he couldn't do Raw on Monday and then Game Day on Friday and Saturday. But this dude's got a life as well, man. Pat McAfee is going 7 days a week. You got to let him rest a little bit.
You think it's because that ESPN money is more, or just because of for the love of football, or
he said on his show that
ESPN contracts probably too, and
he said on his show that because he chose to be part of Game Day, so they asked him to be part of Game Day, and he had the choice to step out or do it again this year. And he said that growing up, especially when he played college football and everything else, it's a dream to be on College Game Day. That's just
fair
like
enough.
Being a commentator in wrestling is a dream for his, and WWE allows him to take time off to go do the game day during the season. So
I don't know. I heard it's because it's just a rumor that I heard, but apparently it's because of the fans that didn't like that he was in the video game, and that's why he said fuck them. I'm going to do this. No, I'm just joking. Yeah,
but he'll be back in January. Yeah. He'll be back for Royal Rumble time.
He'll be back. Can't wait. Joe Tessitore, though, I never heard of him really, honestly. I'm sure I have, but I had to kind of look him up. But I thought he did better than I expected or really anticipated, or I don't know. Yeah, I didn't mind him. It is different. You're not hearing Michael Cole like you said, but yeah, it was different. he had a couple comments that weren't bad. He kind of sounds like Michael Cole too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty close. Yeah.
And Michael Cole started out as a on-scene reporter for like news stations and stuff, and people didn't like him when he first came in. And
I didn't like Michael Cole at first back in the day.
I still don't care for him too much, but
he's gotten better. I think,
Yeah,
but...
he grows on you like a bad rash. He's only taken like 2 days off in the last 20 years. So like,
yeah. Wade Barrett though, I don't. What do you?
You don't like the bad news, Barrett, huh?
He's all right. I wasn't a big Wade Barrett wrestler guy either. I ain't gonna lie, but nah, he's been doing good. And then like him interjecting with like Drew and like the other storylines and stuff, like he does his job. He does good. I can't hate on it, I guess.
Yeah, added a lot of realism to the moment. We'll talk about it later, but like I think that added a lot of realism to it.
Yes. Yep. And he started off Monday Night Raw good too. He did a good introduction.
Yeah.
I can't lie. So yeah.
You just don't
new
like his
commentary
accent.
team. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Sometimes.
Where's Corey Graves? Oh, Corey Graves is gonna be with Michael Cole on SmackDown for now.
But who is Michael Cole is currently on SmackDown now? He will be?
Yeah.
Okay. So not this SmackDown, but next week. So next week, Raw, NXT, SmackDown will all be on the USA Network.
Correct.
Well, that'll be the start of it for every week, right? Until NXT moves to the CW.
Yeah. And then Raw will move to Netflix.
In January. Yeah. Okay. So we got a little bit of time. Yeah. So they're kind of changing things around and getting things a little tuned a little differently and see what they do differently. Be interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Seems like they're trying to change things up a little bit. So
I don't mind it. We'll see what happens. Some things with wrestling have been getting a little bit stale. So
I think SmackDown's going to change a little bit too, as far as what they do and like the programming, because I think Fox probably wanted things a certain way. So we'll see. We will see. So Monday Night Raw. Yeah.
We started out with you want to hit it or you think you can do it?
This is my brutality. Yeah.
Rhea Ripley comes out to the ring and she says what we kind of anticipated. She pinned the women's champion in the mixed tag match at Bash in Berlin, so she feels like she should get a title match now.
Yep.
Which I agree.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, she deserves her another rematch, I guess. And she hasn't had any other matches though. She hasn't had like any squash matches or anything. Besides, they've had like their run-ins, like, which is like,
What matches has Liv had since this?
Neither, none. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with the way that they're doing these storylines. I guess there's not.
Yeah, they only do matches pertaining to the feud.
That's really what they've done with all the feuds now, kind of with how they tell the stories, which is, it's not bad in a way because it stops like injuries from happening. Then you know that you're not going to have to change the story, right?
Yeah.
But then it doesn't have as much continuity with week to week with wrestling. But it also gives other people a shot to get in there and wrestle though too that aren't part of the big storylines.
Yeah, rinse and repeat type stuff. So so she wants a title shot. She called Liv out, and we didn't get Liv. We got dirty Dominik Mysterio coming out to
that dang it, you Dom, god damn you, Dominik,
that dastardly delinquent, dickhead, dishwater Dom.
Yeah, I'm with you on the thing though. I'm bought into it when he turns face that. Instead of being booed, he's cheered that he can't even speak. Like, do you think
he's going to turn babyface now?
Oh, not for a while. He's still got time.
So this is the theory that I read online that I kind of like. So who took the hotel key card initially? Do you remember?
It was Finn Balor, right? Or besides myself.
Right. Yeah. You didn't take it; you were given it.
Finn
just took it. So
yeah. I still got it. It's near and dear to my heart. Yeah.
The room's expired. So So I read a theory online that Dom didn't know that Finn took that key card. And when he finds out that Finn is really flipping his flopper.
Oh, that she's making her rounds in that clubhouse.
She's getting double dipped, yeah. So
she's a 2-timer.
Yeah, so Dom is sloppy.
Shout out
thirds.
to Kiss. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's pulling the trigger on Finn's love gun.
Oh.
I literally just listened to that song this morning. So
okay.
Yeah, so people are saying when Dom finds out about that, he's going to go crawling back to mommy. And then that's going to start a face turn, which I don't really buy
And people want fucking mommy and DP to go together so bad. But that's not happening. They're best friends. They already addressed it. Let it go. Let it go. For God's sakes, let it go.
Marks, bro. She's fucking married, man.
And now they're on to the Jey Uso thing. And I get it. It's part of the storyline. Like they have a flirtatious thing going or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's just chill, people. Chill a little bit, all right? It's all fun and games. It's part of the story. We get it.
Yeah, it's sick.
But leave it there. Leave it there.
So Dom tries to distract Rhea for Liv to come in from behind.
Right.
And Rhea fucking sniffed that one out a mile away.
She did.
Yeah. And she, you could probably smell Liv's fucking yeast infection from a mile away.
Oh, Jesus. She had another nice outfit. Her shoe game is always on point. She's got the best sneaker collection in the WWE. Look it up. It's a fact.
Yeah. Who needs a move set and a fucking character when you have shoes?
Oh, come on. She's top of that division right now. She's a champion. She's a champion. She deserves it. She earned all the fucking everything she got. Like even Adam hitting the turnbuckle. Shout out to Adam. He knows what's up. We always talking about it. He knows what's up too. He's on the Liv train. He's on the revenge tour too. All right.
Did Liv earn that arrest and those charges that she got too, or what?
If that was a different state, that wouldn't have happened. It should not be like that. Yeah.
We need unification of state and federal law. Shout out Marty. So anyway, so Rhea's attacking Liv. She went to hit Liv with a kick and got her leg tangled up in the rope. And
but if anybody ever wants to mix wrestling and politics, hit up Marty.
Our boy Marty. Yeah, shout out our boy Marty, man. We need to get Marty on the show.
Yes. Marty, if you're out there listening, you've got a spot whenever you want it. Come on and talk. Yes. We'll make it happen.
To talk about pro wrestling and pro wrestling related topics. Yes, please.
Yes,
Marty.
That's it. Yeah. Leave the politics on Twitter though.
Yeah. We don't do politics here. Sorry everybody if that's what you're here for. Go somewhere else for politics. We're not touching that. So anyway,
unless it's WWE politics.
So Rhea got her leg caught in the ropes and Liv Morgan took advantage of it.
That happened on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of the whole storyline with the knee brace and the
It gives Liv some fire too, and makes it a little more believable, right? Going into a match, if Rhea can be a little hurt, that she can have more of a chance.
Yeah,
because let's face it, when she beat Rhea, she had help.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Rhea was dealing with the shoulder too.
Yeah. Yep.
But they can't keep going back to the shoulder. They got to have something else. So.
Yeah, you can't have a crutch for so long. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with Liv, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe it won't be Bad Blood, but I think Rhea's going to get the title back probably. But.
She needs to just get the title back.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, Damian Priest came out and saved Rhea Ripley and Dom and
It's
Liv.
the Terror Twins.
They scattered away like the cockroaches that they are, and La cucaracha. banger. So the first match of the night was a mixed tag team match we had at the Alpha Academy against American Made.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was ready for this just because Maxine Dupree is fucking dude. Somebody needs to push her somewhere. I don't know exactly what needs to be done. I'm not sure exactly what needs to be done with her, but she's getting better. Like, I think she took all the criticism of her being bad in the ring and just used that as motivation because she looks solid in the ring. She's not Rhea Ripley level, but
right. She's been working on the worm too. Yeah, she's not on Liv's level either, but she'll get there, you know.
Yeah. She did like a German suplex in this, like a spinning heel kick, like everything connected and looked good, and she had fire, and she ripped the shirt off like Otis does, and I really enjoy her in the ring.
Tozawa was going fucking crazy too, huh?
Yeah.
He rips a shirt and he's
Yeah, the Creed brothers look good. Ivy Nile looks good. I think.
Yeah.
Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree, if they do it right, they can drag their feud out for a year. You know, not always have them facing each other, but always keep going back to that because they both look good against each other.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So.
Ivy Niles tapped out Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
With that reverse headlock type of
that bulldog choke or whatever the fuck
it's called. Yeah.
Cool. The Alpha Academy had so much promise when they left Chad Gable just to continuously get beat every week, but
and Chad Gable had to come talk so much shit before it about them damn. Oh God.
Are we gonna do this again this
week? I hate to say it again because
Yowie wowie.
Every freaking time they keep doing it now, it's becoming disrespectful. I've kind of had enough of it. It's becoming frightening because I don't know what's going to happen when I wake up at 3 a.m. if I'm talking in my sleep and I say their name, if they will appear. And we're not talking about Joe Henry. Yeah. We're talking about the Uncle Howdy and company.
I feel like my house is being haunted when we talk about them.
Yeah. It's getting out of hand. And they can't keep hijacking our show like this.
Yeah.
But we will continue to keep spreading the truth and speaking the facts.
Yes.
That's what we do as real podcast journalists of this wrestling world.
We have to expose them for who they are.
Yes.
And the Wyatt Sucks is not going to get away with this. And I'm just going to say it straight up. If you want to fucking challenge us to a fight, we're always here.
Yeah, and just like Chad Gable said, he called y'all a bunch of freak show freaks.
Yeah. You look like fans at a Coheed and Cambria concert. Jesus.
That's exactly what they... Oh, something's going on with my camera over here. With my
What is this, bro?
I don't understand why this keeps happening.
Can you hear something?
Oh. Ringside Renaissance. You did not heed our warning yet again. After the last hack, we don't send videotapes anymore. We went to school for IT.
We warned you once. Next time we're going up your butthole without lube.
Extra dry. We are so sick of the WWE Universe giving all their attention to all these stupid fans, wrestlers. They are not supernatural like us. They do not possess the powers like us. We are possessed.
If you watch next week what we do to the Alpha Academy, American Made, I'm sorry, we will take the same route with you.
Chad Gable is a bitch and a liar and a stooge. I'm so sick
of all these other fans and WWE and Levesque giving all these idiot CM Punk fans goddamn bracelet.
Our story is cooler than bracelets.
They're taking our TV time away for these 50-cent bracelets.
Throw an absolute hissy fit if people aren't on board with what we're trying to accomplish, and that's beating the same jobber team week after week.
You will not be able to banish us from the WWE. Never. Not even that blonde bitch, Cody Rhodes, can stop us.
You talk about cinema. At the hotel last week, we turned on Cinemax and watched Skinema.
Rainbow Reloaded.
Send in the clown. Oh wait, he already came.
Boop. I'm
I
so
know.
sick of that tribal queef, Roman Reigns. The Wyatt Six will join the Bloodline 2.0, the bootleg Bloodline, because Roman Reigns is taking all of our shine and our fans, and we need more fireflies and audience.
The main event, Jey Uso, is really gonna know the word yeet when we get done with him. Bukkake.
He has the nerve to call himself the Yeeter of the World. The Yeeter of Worlds is us. I got the whole world in my pants. I got the whole world in my pants.
You might want to call my dong the earth, 'cause I got the whole world in my hand.
Ringside Renaissance. You better stop. We will take control of your whole podcast. You will not be able to say a word. I will silence you, pretty deadly Jesse. I will silence you, Kombat Jones. All of those haters out there. We will unite against Ringside Renaissance and them taking our name in bad taste. And then we will leave a real bad taste in their mouth.
When we shit in it.
The yeet will be among us.
Kombat Jones, if you don't stop putting us down, I'm gonna eat some X-Lax and come over to your house and give you an upper decker.
That would be cinematography. But I must confess and say WWE may have done another good job this because our main focus, other than wrestling and messing up Alpha Academy, is getting our photo opportunities. And they let us come in. Uncle Howdy, because we are Crouching Howdy, Hidden Dallas. We may even hit up Pretty Deadly to go on Broadway.
Will not be denied our spot on the main roster.
We are done here. And we will not be denied anymore, Ringside Renaissance. Keep our name out your mouth. Halloween's coming soon. I could use a gift card to Spirit of Halloween.
I don't know why I pretend to blow out the lantern when it's obviously a light with a switch.
I always find the button. I
The
always
love
know how
button.
to flick the switch. We are the Wyatt Six, Ringside Renaissance. We're here. Whoops, did I do that?
You need to stop calling us out, because my wife has been making me sleep on the couch whenever we do these ridiculous hacks.
Ringside Renaissance, we're here.
You gotta motorboat that thing.
Ringside Renaissance, we're here.
What the heck was that glitch again? The lights are back on.
Bro, it gets weirder every time. Look at
I
me.
know. Oh my God, your shirt is backwards.
My clothes got knocked backwards like crisscross, bro.
Jeez. This is crazy. It's spooky.
The fuck,
season.
man.
Spooky season. I don't even know. It's weird.
Why are my pants wet and my ass hurts?
Oh, Lord. I have dark feelings. These intrusive thoughts. I don't.
Well, that was that. And then moving on, we had Shayna Baszler.
I wasn't feeling that Howdy promo that much when he came out, and yeah, that was all that. Yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Same stuff over and over. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for our long, drawn out review of what happened there, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
We had Shayna Baszler and Zelina Vega returning. Shayna defeated Zelina Vega. This wasn't much of anything. I like Zelina Vega, but there's no way you can convince me that she's going to look believable.
Right.
Facing Shayna Baszler, especially when they're nursing or they're selling Zelina Vega having a hurt arm. That's kind of just...
Yeah, it's kind of pointless. I don't know. I like Zelina Vega too. Yeah.
So then they had a post-match where the PFC...
The Pure Fusion Collective. They do 2 fingers or 3 fingers?
2, I think.
2. But they said something very interesting. They said, no men in the audience can have us, and no women can take us.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be a full fist or I don't know.
The plain fingering coalition. So yeah, they were beating down Zelina Vega, and out for the save came Lyra Valkyria, who we haven't seen around in a while.
No.
Sort of an interesting turn of events. She kind of got beat down as well.
And she showed up on NXT this week also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Already sending her back down. But yeah, so then after all of this, I got to turn my hat back around, bro. This is really weird what happened. But afterwards, we had Zelina Vega and Lyra Valkyria backstage talking about how they're always getting beat down every week and they need help. They can't do it on their own. And Lyra says, next week we're in Calgary. I have an idea.
Okay.
Who do you think that idea is?
I don't know.
Come on, now put your thinking cap on. I know you got this.
Natalyia.
There we go.
Yes. That's who I thought. Then I'm like, well, we haven't seen her in a while, but she's still got to be signed to WWE, right?
Yeah, she re-signed recently.
Oh, she re-signed. Okay, so maybe she's going to make her comeback, and that will be the start of it.
Yeah. And I like Natty. I think she's a good wrestler, so...
Yeah, Natty's good. Yeah.
Believable. I think the women's divisions need like strong variety right now. They're kind of just lacking of variety. So
yeah.
Then we had Rhea Ripley backstage selling her knee injury. Damien Priest asked her, "Hey, Rhea, are you okay?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?" Like Gato Guido. She says, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then he says that he wants a tag team match, but Adam Pearce won't give it to him because he doesn't have very many friends. And
I know somebody just to talk to. Oh, you think he's okay with that? You think he'd be cool with that? I mean, I don't want to push nothing or nothing, but if you can talk to him, you know.
Think he's okay with the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
As long as I get the front end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rhea says she'll talk to him, just go make the match happen, and that is that. And then
okay, but don't make it seem like I want to or anything.
Yeah, no,
don't make it seem like I'm like I need it, you know. But if you can get him to say it, you know.
I might resist his yeet at first.
Yeah, but
that's on my face. I'm not going to deny it, you know.
Yeah.
I want a little of that yeet too, you know.
I mean, they call me DP, but you know, I still like the yeet and the DP and the yeet. I just, you know, the yeet DP together. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I never thought of that. It's a good one.
The DP eat.
The DP yeet. Oh,
hey, let's go. The DP yeet. The DP yeet.
You heard it first here on Ringside Renaissance. Put a trademark on that shit, KJ. So,
yep.
More details on that later. But then we had the highlight of the night. CM Punk came out to the ring. He's all smiles. I got to ask your opinion on this. Because we keep segueing or sidetracking because that's what we do.
Right.
People are saying that they don't like this new CM Punk that like hams it up for the fans and is like a crowd pleaser. I personally enjoy it. It shows maturity of his character,
Right.
in that he can still go to that place and be that guy if he has to, but he doesn't have to be that guy anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I'm a
I
big
agree.
fan of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they say it's easier to be a heel and it's harder to get the crowd over with you, right? So I think that means more of it. And I think it adds more dimension and layers for like a down the road turn from him, maybe even too. The more he can get the crowd over with him. But yeah, I've seen people out there saying they don't like how he's doing the whole thing now and like catering to the audience and stuff. And I don't know, whatever. He did it in AEW too when he came back for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
they just want him to be heel, I guess.
Right. And
Or
he's a megastar, you know, and he can come out and he can get stuff over with his voice and on the microphone, and
yeah,
that's what he's doing. He's popping the crowd, he's getting them behind him, he's getting behind the storyline, and he says his feud with Drew McIntyre is over and he's going for some gold, and which was really well done the way
yeah,
he did it, because he was talking about Patrick Waugh going and getting
yes,
paid in gold to come
yeah.
back to the Colorado Avalanche. I'm sorry, and
You
he's
could
like,
tell he really appreciates it coming back too, because like going into that, it had him walking down the halls
yes,
of the stadium and looking at like all the hockey memorabilia and like the history on the walls. And he does that, it seems like every episode, or he does it on his social media. So you could tell he's like really enjoying it now that he's come back to have the opportunities to do that. Because like you could tell he was always a hockey fan before that, but I think that time off, that 10 years or whatever, 7 years, he was able to like have more time to himself, right? And grow with like and love those hobbies more and stuff like that in hockey and get more into it. You could tell coming back now that he doesn't take it for granted,
yeah,
right?
agreed.
And same with the crowd and just wrestling in general.
Right, and that, like I said, the maturity, like you
Yeah,
said, him not
yeah,
taking the moments for granted and him just being in the moment. And he, like I said, he's still that guy. Like
yeah,
CM Punk's still that guy, but it's okay for him to be in the back nine of his career and being
yeah.
able to appreciate the moments and stuff. And some people just want that heelish asshole CM Punk, and
And we want it too, of course. We want to see that too. But like, why not get both if you can, right? At some point. So yeah, him showing like some emotion stuff, I don't see a problem with it, especially with like how the story's gone thus far. And
yeah.
he still only gives you so much too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And
He
this
he doesn't go all in. He gives you just the tip sometimes, just enough to arouse the punkies
yeah,
that they call them, not the Swifties, the punkies.
yeah, he just
Yeah,
edges them and then
yeah,
goes and gets a piece of cheesecake.
yeah. And I thought it was very smart what he said about I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. And he kind of backtracked on that comment a little bit because a lot of people weren't really happy about that comment at first when he came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the first promo that he really cut in Raw. So he kind of was able to go back to that comment and kind of build off that and try and like explain it a little more and like say it could be getting, that money could come in form of, love from the fans or money or direct deposit or, whatever, but championships, gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I thought that was smart.
Yeah, and then like I said, segueing it into going after the world heavyweight title and being a red herring here, because everybody's like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, we're gonna get Punk and Gunther now,"
And it's so annoying because like leading up to it, after the pay-per-view until Monday Night Raw, there was a lot of like internet talk online, like sources are saying that Punk is going to be the next opponent for Gunther at Bad Blood and blah 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 blah. Like they fricking got the inside fricking source or something. Like, no, you watch the same damn preview we did or segue after the match in the backstage that we saw. Like, come on.
So everybody in the IWC wants to be a fucking insider. It's so annoying. It's fucking getting out of hand. Like you're.
He said, Gunther, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, it was good, man. And then he comes out, finishes up the promo, comes out hamming up the crowd, gets up on the table. And when he got up on the table, I said,
I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's dragging this out too long. Because if he was calling out Gunther right there, and it was going to happen, I expected Gunther's music to hit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And once it didn't, and he just did like the victory lap, and then he got up on the table, I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we don't get Gunther yet because we had
No.
Drew McIntyre oiled up in an unzipped hoodie.
Yeah, it's Drew McIntyre in a hoodie. Shout out to Joe Tessitore for not being like, oh my God, I don't know who that is in that hoodie.
Yeah.
It was clearly Drew McIntyre in the hoodie.
And this is where I started to appreciate the Joe Tessitore commentary.
Tessitore. Yeah.
Is it Tessitore?
I don't know.
I thought it was
If it, my bad. I've been saying Tessitore. Tessitore.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
Italian. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not Italian, so I don't know if I'm allowed to inflect the E. But
Me neither. Whoops. Hopefully, Tony don't come from me.
Yeah, my wife's half Italian, so buongiorno. So yes, but him selling this moment on commentary was great. Like him, like you said, him knowing who Drew was and being aware of the situation, but almost acting like this is the first time, because it was the first time he interacted with this situation, and selling how vile it was, the beatdown, because Drew beat the shit out of Punk.
Yeah, he Claymore'd his fucking shoe off him.
Bro.
Okay.
I see you. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then beat the shit out of him on the outside of the ring, came back in, beat him up.
Yeah. Dude. Whew. Oh, it was rough. It was hard to watch. As soon as I seen him finicking with that bracelet, I was like, oh Lord.
It's done.
Oh no. Victoria, no. Oh man. And I was thinking about that a few weeks ago. Like, I didn't say nothing, so I ain't gonna take the credit for it. But I was like, what if he destroys a bracelet or something? I didn't think he would do it quite like he did, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it would maybe come at the pay-per-view or something like that. I thought there was gonna be more with the bracelet, but they let the bracelet stew a little bit, like Punk had it back, and then Drew gets it back, of course. But shout out to a little bit of Danhausen in it too, huh? You know how Danhausen takes the teeth and puts it in the person's mouth and then fucking kicks them in the mouth? Yeah. Snapped the bracelet, took the pieces, put it in Punk's mouth, and Claymore'd the shits out of that. Punk's fucking
so good. Good
oversold
selling.
it. Yeah.
Great execution. Everything looked good. People that are sitting there crying because you're fucking AEW faithful and sitting there and crying because a storyline's built around a bracelet, you don't get pro wrestling. So just go back to your fucking random 6-man tags every week. Like, this whole thing's been built off this, and the emotions there.
Yeah, and the emotions there. And either way, like, the feud was going to happen, which is what's crazy, because, like, so we got the bracelets. We ain't going to keep beating into it, but shout out to Victoria again. But so the feud was already going to happen, right? It started at WrestleMania with a little before, obviously, too, but with him costing Drew the Money in the Bank or the title for the Money in Bank from Senior Money in the Bank. But the bracelet had no part of it at that point. Punk had just got the bracelet that WrestleMania week right then, right? So they were already going to have the feud, but just with this bracelet, it's like evolved into a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was already going to happen. The feud was already there. It just added fucking sprinkles on top and added layers and emotion and shit that you can relate to.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is it's a personal matter. Like, how else can you drag?
It came out of nowhere. Like, they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't plan on the bracelet.
Right. It just naturally just happened, you know? You know what it was, I'm not pulling the curtain back on that, but so there was, it's just something everybody can relate to. Somebody personally attacking you or your family, and you having to stand up for yourself or stand up for your family. Yep. And at the flip side of that, you can kind of empathize with Drew at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, somebody just keeps constantly nagging him and coming at him.
They did, and people were starting to have turned on Punk in the last few weeks, but then they did such a good job this week of flipping it back and making you feel bad for Punk, because what they did, like, it's just master of the arts.
Yes. And it's you can relate to both sides. You can see the point of view from both sides. Drew isn't necessarily the heel in this, but he's playing the heel. Boy, It's just really well done. And
I'd
obviously
never seen that look in his eyes. That look in his eyes.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
when he was beating up Punk on the outside, and Wade Barrett just gets off commentary and goes over and tries to talk sense into Drew McIntyre, because everybody knows that Wade and Drew are very close personal friends, like just added the realism to it. Like obviously we all know what's going on. But to see somebody kind of do that and hey, whatever, too much, it just gives you that little bit of doubt. Like, is this real? It's a lot more real than a bunch of fucking clowns coming out in Halloween masks. You know what I mean? Like, I can relate to this more. I'm sorry, but I can understand this and relate to this and bring this to my own personal life and connect with a character. More than some goofy cartoony shit,
And what's the difference between that or burning down somebody's childhood home too?
Tune in.
Right.
To our next episode.
Either way, like, you got to evoke emotion one way or the other.
Right.
Like, and it's not, it's over the bracelet, but it's over the idea of the bracelet.
The idea of the bracelet. Right.
And if they didn't have the bracelet, they would have had to do it another way. And this was a natural way of doing it because it just happened out of nowhere. So it's more real.
It same thing with like a championship belt.
Right.
That belt means more to me than anything else in the world. And then you took it from me. It's invoking the same emotion, just over a different prop piece.
Yeah.
Like the championship belts are just the championship belts until there's emotion tied to that, the reasoning behind being the champion, or the reason behind holding that, or screwing somebody out of a title. And, I became champion so I could take care of my family, and you took that away from me. That's is bringing in the personal aspects. This is pro wrestling. Like, the prop piece is just different, but I'm not going to
pull back the curtain because it doesn't matter, because in all intents of storyline purposes, like, in reality, people saw the color of the bracelet, but for sake of the storyline, the bracelet is broken. And all of our hearts and CM Punk's heart broke when that bracelet was snapped.
And we got to say, as part of Ringside Renaissance, we are the only ones that have official Victoria friendship bracelets other than CM Punk's that got destroyed. So you can live on through us, Punk. Like, we got this. Hope you see this someday. And
in spirit, mind. Yes. And we hope, we put it out there in the universe that this he will be reunited with a new bracelet, and
in Atlanta at Bad
in
Blood.
Atlanta. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So make it happen, WWE. You better make it right.
Yeah, we just want to say we're a part of this too. So send us down there, and
maybe we'll be there too.
Yeah. Probably not.
Give Victoria her due. Yeah. Give her respect. Yeah. Leave her the fuck alone too.
Yeah, exactly. And she deserves all of this. Like, whatever. We're not going to dig into all that. Everybody knows how we feel. But they went backstage to put Punk in an ambulance, and Drew just continued to beat him up. I think that was kind of just beating a dead horse at that point.
We didn't need the stretcher again because we had it the last time with them, but they got to push the point home, I guess. So whatever.
Right. Yeah. Another thing they're pushing home is the number one contender for the IC title. This was a lot of triple threat matches under Triple H. You think there's a correlation there? Ilya Dragunov, Dragon Lee, and Dominik Mysterio. I'm not going to say too much about this. I like Ilya Dragunov. Dragon Lee's pretty good. Dominik Mysterio, I like him, not for other reasons, but I don't think anybody kind of thought anybody except for Ilya was going to win this match.
Right. Yeah.
Ilya deserves it.
I agree. Yeah. Good match, though. Good three-way.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of triple threats, but we just get a lot of them, so I'm just kind of trying to go along with it. But yeah, it was well done. Then they had the number one contender match for the women's tag titles. We had the Unholy Union against Damage Control, and
it's just weird that they have a number one contender match for the people that just lost the title.
Yeah,
like it kind of confused me. Couldn't they just get like a rematch?
A rematch clause. Remember back in the day they had a rematch clause when you lost the championship, you got an automatic rematch, and then on top of that, just for them to win it anyway.
There is no rematch clause anymore. Scrap Daddy said it. Yeah.
And did you see? Was it Kairi Sane or Io Sky that fucked her eye right up?
Kairi Sane.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I
Ugh.
thought she caught it in the ring, but like even before that, when she had jumped outside the ring,
That's
she'd
when
like
it happened, I think.
okay, she did catch it on like the announcer table.
Yeah,
Because they didn't like
because
catch it right or whatever or
Isla
however.
Dawn
Yeah,
pulled Bianca Belair in the way of the
yes,
jump, and she
she didn't
bounced
pull
off
her enough.
Bianca
Yeah,
and face
yeah,
planted on that fucking table. Oh,
yeah. But then she took a good bump inside the ring too after that too. So that's why I wasn't her like face hit the fucking mat. It
oh,
looked
I
like.
didn't see
If
that
not,
part.
it was a great spot. If not, yeah. And that's what I was confused what it was over. But originally I thought it was over the table, and then I saw the other move, and I can't remember what it was exactly. Should have wrote it down. But yeah, it was decent though. It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to her for being tough for gutting out that match after that too, because that's pretty. And
Yeah, because
people,
the pictures afterwards is crazy.
yeah, people
Yeah,
blaming
yeah.
Bianca need to shut the fuck up. Like things happen. Like it ain't like Bianca threw her face first in it. Like it just
Nah, that was like a freak accident
yeah,
type of thing.
spots
Yeah.
happen, things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
What we had next is the world heavyweight champion, that Ring General
Ring General.
Gunther, coming out to the ring, who still kind of put Randy Orton over.
Yes. Yes.
I'm impressed by that. I think there's a lot of mutual respect there. Going on about how nobody in the back can beat him.
Didn't mention CM Punk either.
Nope.
I'm not mad at it.
Planting the seeds.
Yeah, exactly.
And we got who we haven't seen in a few weeks, who you and I have talked about this being a possible contender on here.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Yeah. That's hopping, bro. When he comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you play that in Montreal too.
Oh yeah. I'm a ska fan too, so like that whole
it's so fitting. It's perfect for Sami Zayn too, and then just like the way the crowd sings with the song, like, it's perfect.
And he came out to the ring and he cut a pretty fiery promo about what do Macho Man, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, what do all these people have in common? They won the Gunther. He even mentions Gunther.
Yes.
When they win the Intercontinental title, when they lose, the next thing in their path is winning the World Heavyweight title. And
yes,
boy, it was
Gunther
good.
said, "You are nothing like any of them."
Gunther's good, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect. I didn't like when he first came in. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't crazy about him.
Okay.
Like I knew he was like dominant throughout like the Indies, and then or pretty much, and then when he got the like the whole their branch of NXT kind of. Like he was crazy there and had that streak there. And then when he came in, like I wasn't crazy about the whole everything with him and Imperium, honestly. But like at some point it just started getting better and better, and I'm totally on board now. Yeah. It's been a while too, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's earned it. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And Gunther did this whole thing and kind of just the answer is no. And he
downplayed him. Yes.
So I thought that was the end of the segment. I thought it was just gonna be drawn out, and then Sami stops him in the aisle, and this was something I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther had his back to him, and Sami said, "I'm the only person since you've been in WWE. I'm the only person that's beat you." And he says, "I think you're just." And you see Gunther's face almost get like a little bit like, "Oh shit, he's right." Like
he
his
played
facial
it good.
Expressions were so good.
Change, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit!" And he looked down at his title, but then he turns around, and as he turns around, his face turns to a smile, like he didn't want Sami to see like his worry. Like,
yep.
Bro, this was executed so well, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what a way for Gunther to put over Sami as being like a legit contender for that title, just with that facial expression.
Yep. Sami was so good too. The whole promo, the back and forth between them, like their whole thing the whole time, even with the IC title, was freaking great. And Sami, man, he just seems like he just keeps getting better and better with every promo he does too. And it's like this, yeah, he knows what he's doing, man. Like this ain't nothing new for him either. And Gunther to be able to get the rub from all these guys like this, like
pause.
It's fucking awesome, yeah. And I'm not ready for Gunther and CM Punk yet either. I don't even want that. Honestly, not anytime soon. Like I don't even. Yeah.
Now, I don't think obviously Sami's going to win this if this is the
Right.
direction they're going. It looks like the direction they're going. Do you ever see before Sami retires him getting a World Heavyweight Championship?
I mean, if he is going to get one, it'll be that championship, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. I don't know in reality if it can happen, but I think if maybe they wanted to get the belt off of Gunther, they could put it on Sami to take it off of Sami to put it on to somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm just so confused of where they're going with everything, and not confused in a bad way because you got so many people going for the title. But like if I saw I obviously we're big CM Punk fan, but I don't think CM Punk would beat Gunther either for it.
Yeah.
Like if they went at each other, you know what I'm saying? Like I would rather see somebody beat Gunther and go to like Royal Rumble and beat it, and then somebody wins the Royal Rumble, and then they go to WrestleMania and I don't want Gunther to hold on to the title to WrestleMania.
John Cena
he
is
might
going to beat Gunther at the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Break the record, get the championship. God. CM Punk's going to win the Rumble, and it's going to be Punk against Cena in the main event for the title, because Punk used to say it was Cena that always took his WrestleMania main event away from him.
Oh my God. That's just like the biggest story ever, man. Like that just makes me like emotional. Like it's so good. Like I love fucking John Cena now so much.
Book it, Trips.
Like, yeah. Maybe we should make it a thing. We need like a GoFundMe campaign for Ringside Renaissance to be at WrestleMania. Anybody out there want to make it happen? We will make it worth your while in some type of way.
We'll make a blog about it because I've never been on a plane before and I'm afraid of heights. So that would be a whole thing. That would be a whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. I will document it too. I will document every agonizing moment for Pretty Deadly Jesse getting on that plane.
And
I will make sure
drugs,
he gets
so
on.
It's not like I can like drink and like sleep on the plane. I can't.
You can't like pop a Zanny, you know?
Nah, I can't do that.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Let's just not will that part into existence. So then we have Braun Breaker backstage with Jey Uso continuing this thing. I think Jey Uso is going to win the #1 contender IC title, Fatal 4-Way. That's kind of what they're building towards, continuing this.
Him and Braun Breaker, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had that interaction, which was good.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're continuing this your family's never beat my family thing. It's just a natural story that can be told there. I didn't put this down. Then we saw Xavier Woods backstage with Adam Pearce talking about him and Kofi possibly getting the shot at the tag team title, since the tag team titles haven't been defended since the Judgment Day won them.
Right, which is true. They barely ever do anything. Yeah.
And I think this is a smart move too. I think that the New Day, but I'll just say the New Day for this instance, the New Day needs to win the titles and get them off the Judgment Day, because the tag team titles are getting lost in the storyline with Rhea and Damien, and I think
they can't be defended against them because it's a mixed tag team, so they can't win the titles. So it's
right. Yeah. And on top of that, the New Day need a new direction to go in,
and it's clear it's heading towards Finn versus Damien, so they don't need the titles for that either.
Right. And on top of that, like, fucking sad day for Karrion Kross and the Final Testament, huh? They just get put back on the back burner again. The whole thing got scrapped, but
just gonna add more of a chip on Karrion Kross's shoulder. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Yeah, the New Day though. Yeah, put the titles on them again. Give them another something.
Yep.
I don't know where they'll go from that, but whatever. Yeah.
Yep. So then we had the other IC title contender, #1 contender. We had Kaiser, Sheamus, and the replacement for Bronson Reed, who had a medical reason. We had Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman got tsunami'd through a car. And then
he didn't have the medical reason.
Yeah. And then ends up winning this match, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Reed was supposed to win this, and
yeah, I would assume. Yeah.
Kaiser and Sheamus, I think, would have been better here, but
Because Bronson Reed has only been getting wins too.
Yeah.
Like he's been on that win streak and been getting that push. So yeah, but you know, it's all for Jey Uso now at this point anyways. He's Jey Uso. Yeah, that fucking backstage shit with Braun Breaker was good though. Braun laced into him and Jay's like, "Nope, rookie. Rook. Remember where you at. Like,
keep your feet on the ground."
Yeah. Rookie. Bitch. How much time you got, bitch?
Yeah.
You new here, bitch.
Bitch.
Rookie, bitch. I don't care if you got that title, rookie. Like, you ain't the yeeter of the worlds.
You ain't that guy yet.
No, but I like Braun's demeanor though, because he's still like, he's not just like over the top heelish too. He's just more like realistic with it, and he's still like being somewhat respectful, but more respectfully like, I'm just gonna beat your ass and squash you.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than like he played in the past somewhat.
Yeah,
so it's more relatable in a way too. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody beating Bronson Reed. I mean, or Braun Breaker. I'm sorry, Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
for the IC
I don't
title.
think Jay, but yeah, unless if they're not planning to have like Jay go back to the bloodline and do that whole thing, maybe they could put the title on him because like everybody's been so mad that Jay hasn't got anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not going to give him the world title, I guess they could give him the IC title, but then that's going to kind of kill
Braun Breaker, yeah,
his momentum too, and what they're trying to do with him. So I don't freaking know, man. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen.
Yeah.
And let us
yes.
know of what you think of Kombat Jones' new chain he's wearing around his neck.
This one, the shiny one, or this one? Oh, okay, this one. Yeah. Okay.
The real deal.
The real deal. It's real heavy.
Main event. It's a heavy subject.
Or could you see Damien Priest and Jey Uso going for the tag titles?
Too much. Too much. They got Jey in the Intercontinental title picture. We're hoping he's going to go to the bloodline. Put him in the tag.
Right. Yeah.
Because they were building Sami and Jey.
Right.
And then they just kind of flopped with that. So.
And they had Cody and Jey at one point too, even.
Yeah. But I'm saying a couple of weeks ago they had said that, oh, you're going to win the IC title back, then we're going to get the tag titles. I think what's going to happen is Jey and Sami are both going to lose at Bad Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to kind of shift
set in motion a new direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then we're going to go in a new direction to main event time. We had Damian Priest and his tag team partner, the Yeeter of Worlds.
Yep.
The Yeeter of Worlds. I am red in the world of black and white.
He accepted the challenge. The Yeet Master said yeet, and Rhea said yeet. They really digging each other. They're WWE's leaning into it.
Jesus Christ! So
I know.
We had Damien and Jey Uso against JD McDonough and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I'm over the Judgment Day. I'm over the whole thing. I love Finn Balor. I've liked Finn Balor for years and years and years. And this whole Judgment Day thing is just not doing it for me at all.
No, it's kind of lackluster now. Yeah. I wasn't crazy about it at first, and then it kind of got good, and I liked it. And now it's kind of on the down slope again.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So there was like, I hate to be like a negative Nancy about it, but like
negative
this is
Nancy.
like this is our main event on Monday Night Raw. Like,
it
was like, well, I'm staying up till 11 o'clock at night for this. Like,
right.
It's the same shit every week. It's the same shit.
Yeah, you know you're gonna get the interference from Liv and Dom and the rest of the Judgment Day, and then Rhea's gonna come out and help and build. It's I don't know.
Yeah, and Rhea came. She took a page out of Mick Foley's book because limping ain't easy. And Rhea Ripley came down, and Liv was making fun of her which was stupid. You're gonna stand there and make fun of her instead of attacking her, and then Rhea gave her the business with the crutch, and Liv took off running like a scalded dog again, and I don't know. I'm just like I said, I'm over this. I'm over the whole thing. Just want it to be over. Give Rhea the title back.
Wonder where it's going to leave all them when they do, if they do give Rhea the title off of Liv, and then the Judgment Day loses the tag team titles, like then Finn loses a Damien, like.
Oh, that's the new victims for the Wyatt Six now.
Oh, that's true, because they're going to turn on their fan. Yeah, that's easy pickings. Easy pickings, slim pickings for them. They go after the low hanging fruit. I don't want to get glitched again, but yeah. Could you imagine if it happened twice in an episode?
Stay tuned to see if it happens twice in an episode.
Hopefully it doesn't happen this time, because we're running pretty late.
Yeah. Hopefully,
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want it to happen again.
Hopefully we don't get glitched. I gotta go to work. But
yeah.
So Jey Uso and Damian Priest get the win. They send people from Raw home happy. Like I said, I'm kind of over it. I'd like to see something more centered around the world title, because all the big storylines, like, okay, so Damien and Finn and Judgment Day and Rhea and all them, like, that's a big storyline. But like the Gunther, the CM Punk, Braun Breaker, like all of these storylines there's number one contenders for the IC title, but there's no matches around those wrestlers. Like Punk doesn't just have a match on Raw. Like,
no.
If you're going to Raw, you're most likely not going to see Drew McIntyre in a match on Raw. You're not going to see Gunther in a match on Raw. You're not going to see, Braun Breaker, now he's the champion, not going to have a match on Raw. So it's like, it's getting hard to watch sometimes, because it's like, you're not going to see these marquee guys. It's all like underneath guys trying to like fill in the gaps of the stories being told.
You think that'll change at all, maybe for Netflix or anything? Or
I think for a few weeks, and maybe towards WrestleMania season, maybe.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, when stuff starts mattering a little bit more.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
At least on SmackDown, you see Cody in matches. You'll see Kevin Owens in matches, like Pretty Deadly in matches.
No Roman, though, either. Yeah,
not yet.
Not yet.
His matches matter, damn it.
Yeah, we'll see if that changes, too. But, yeah, Cody's a real jobber champion out there now. We've seen Gunther a couple times now, I guess, but now that he's champion,
you haven't seen him in a match on Raw since the King of the Ring qualifiers.
Oh, okay, yeah, you are right. Damn, wow,
yeah.
So that's why it's kind of seeming a little flat sometimes here, I guess. Yeah, and just the way that went off the air, I thought it was flat too. Raw, I wasn't crazy about the main event there again. Same shit, like you said, but
agreed.
That's Raw. Wanted to ask you about NXT real quick. We had, everybody knows about Stephanie Vekor, that she was signed a while ago. People thought that she might show up at some point. NXT was coming off NXT No Mercy, the pay-per-view. Ethan Page retained the title. So did
Roxanne Perez,
excuse me. Yeah, Roxanne Perez, the Pop Rocks. So we got a debut, and it was Chelsea Green showed up. Yeah. And then we hit the music, because the debut actually happened at No Mercy, technically. But then Julia comes out. You know who Julia is?
Yeah, I know who she is. I'm not too familiar with like a lot of her work, but I know who she is. I've seen the internet buzz about her. I've seen a few clips and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I hadn't really heard of her much, but I looked her up somewhat, and I've been like listening and watching into some things on her. Because like when she came out, it was interesting. She didn't really like show any emotion or anything like that. But then when like you look her up, and I like pretty notable people like that you respect talk about for wrestling said that she is like she has like the it factor, and like she's very charismatic too and stuff like that. But she just didn't like show that for her debut walking up and stuff. But people were comparing her like in between fucking Rhea Ripley and like Bianca Belair, and like somewhat comparing her to like Jeff Hardy in the ring in a way too. I guess so. I'm real interested to see what she can do. Like, and she was rated number 2 on the PWI top
100 or whatever.
Top 100, 200, 150 or whatever it was this last year for women wrestling. So can't wait to see what she got, but it should be interesting. Yeah.
Yep. And all like the AEW faithful fucking putting her down because she's in NXT, but if she signed to AEW, she'd be the best thing in the world. So
Right.
Just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
excited to see. I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to see Stephanie Vacour
Mm-hmm.
debut and it was Julia, but I'm willing to play it out and see what happens.
Yeah, she'll probably be showing up next. I don't know what's going on there, why it's taking time, but who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. Just we don't know what's going on behind the scenes here with the Wyatt Six half the time. I don't want to say it again, glitching our shit. But
Like
anyways,
you say it 3 times and they appear.
Exactly. So let us know in the comments if there's anything else y'all want to talk about, what y'all thought about Raw. We got SmackDown coming up. We'll see. Then in the following week, we'll be covering both. But the following week, we will have, like we said, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, all on USA Network. So see if it's a special event. And what we have to look forward to with all of the storylines, the bracelets, the CM Punks, the Wyatt Sixes, and Gunther, and everything. And my girl Liv. Yeah. And
Maxine Dupree
and the Terror Twins. Yeah. So that was a Raw review for WWE this week. That's Pretty Deadly Jesse. I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Yeah. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.